This video is going to hurt. It's going to be uncomfortable, but you need to know that they don't miss you. They miss what you gave. Sometimes we imagine that when we're gone, someone misses us. We like to think that our absence leaves a void, that it's noticeable when we're no longer there, that someone silently thinks about us. But the truth is, it's not always like that. And accepting that hurts. Because when you leave a relationship, they don't always come looking for love. Many times they come looking for you out of habit, for convenience, for everything that's no longer there, but that you used to handle without even realizing it. They miss you because there's no one left to listen without interrupting, because there's no one left to soothe, to support, to give in. They miss you because there's no one left to explain, to forgive, to understand. But they don't always miss you. They miss what you gave. They miss your patience, your availability, your ability to carry more than was fair. They miss that you were there, even though they didn't always take care of you. And that's hard to accept, because it hurts to think that you weren't loved for who you were, but for how useful you were. It hurts to realize that your presence was valuable only while you were solving problems. Many relationships don't break down suddenly. They wear down. They are sustained by a person who gives more, who understands more, who endures more. And when that person gets tired, that's when they miss them. But there's a big difference between missing someone and missing what that person did for you. Missing someone is wanting their laughter, their essence, their way of being. Missing what they gave is wanting the benefit without the person. Maybe it happened to you. Maybe you walked away hoping they'd come looking for you out of love, that they'd choose you, that they'd acknowledge you. And what came, if anything came at all, was an empty search. Messages that weren't about you, but about what wasn't working anymore. Things aren't the same without you. Everything got more complicated since you left. I need you, but you rarely heard. I miss you for who you are. And that's when something inside you began to awaken. Because when someone only values you in your absence, but didn't cherish you when you were there, that wasn't a balanced relationship. Realize this: if they only miss you when you're gone, but didn't value you when you were there, they don't miss you. They needed you. And that's not the same thing. Some people love what they receive, not the giver. They love attention, stability, emotional support, but they don't ask how you are, what you need, what hurts you. And when you leave, they don't mourn your absence. They mourn the functional void. They mourn because now they have to take over, because now no one solves anything, because now everything weighs more. But that's not love. That's dependency. And this is where you need to be honest with yourself. How many times have you given more than you received? How many times have you been there for someone who wasn't there for you? How many times have you waited for recognition that never came? Maybe you thought that if you gave more, they would love you more. That if you solved everything, they wouldn't lose you. But love isn't bought with constant sacrifice. There's something very important to learn here. If someone only feels your absence when you're gone, but never cherished your presence, that person wasn't ready to love you properly. And it's not your fault. People don't always know how to love reciprocally. Some only know how to receive. That's why, when you leave, they feel lost. Not because they've lost you, but because they've lost their support. And here comes the hardest part, but also the most liberating. You don't need them to miss you, to validate your worth. You don't need them to suffer, to justify your decision. You don't need to come back, just because someone now feels the emptiness. Because if you come back just to give again, you'll disappear again. Learning this hurts, but it also liberates. It teaches you to choose better, to set boundaries, to not confuse love with one-sided surrender. Healthy love doesn't drain you. They don't use you. They don't need you just to function. Healthy love sees you. It cares for you. It chooses you, even when you're not doing anything right. Final reflection. If someone says they miss you today, ask yourself honestly, do they miss me? Or do they miss what I did for them? And if the answer hurts, hug it. Because realizing this is the first step to never again giving yourself to someone who doesn't value you. You are not replaceable. You are not just what you give. You are not responsible for maintaining relationships that drain you. Whoever loves you, takes care of you while you're there, and whoever only looks for you when you're gone never truly had you. See you soon. Sending yourself a big hug from this channel.